Yeah, what's up, guys? It's Lucky. It's late. It's late at night, and I want to read some cards. Okay, so here we go. While I have this like peaceful time, okay. While I have this peaceful time, I would like to like do that kind of thing. Okay, I'm gonna put this right here. All right. All right, here we go. Okay, we're gonna be using the Christ cards, different arrays here, and all that jazz. Here we go. Let's do it. You guys awesome. Feeling good. Feeling a little tired. But I got my monster. Hey, what's up? Sorry, turn off the comment. I turn off the chats because I get distracted, and I don't want to be busy fire going. Okay. I don't want people asking me for questions really. Okay. Okay, so let's see. That's why I use this table. Okay, so let's see what is going on, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, thank you for checking out these videos. Oh, they're helpful. You guys are getting something out of it. Okay, here we go. At the heart of the reading. Okay, I see the Eight of Swords here. Okay, so the Eight of Swords coming out at the beginning is talking about some self-imposed limitation. Now, this could be some kind of bindings also. This doesn't have to be self-imposed. This is some kind of limitation that's holding us back here. Okay, the Six of Wands here is speaking of victory, though. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Lights, camera, action, guys. Sorry, in your face. I brush my teeth. Don't worry. Okay. Okay. So with the Eight of Swords here at the heart and the Six of Wands at the bottom, this may be that you have successfully blocked and bound someone from interfering with you, blocking you, bothering you. Okay. Yeah, the Fool here is someone who has really been released here. Okay, someone is like blocked and dismissed, almost like rejected or ejected here. Okay, this is like eject, somebody getting jumped out of the game here. Okay, yeah, you have a strong sense of victory here. So this is really where people have been, and this may have been more than one person, more than one people. You can see I'm sleepy. Okay, this may be more than one person here, especially because we have Adam and Eve in this. This is a Fool card that actually has like three different individuals in it. Um, but I feel like someone is, or some energies here have been bound and removed. Okay, really kicked out of the game, really kicked out of your energy, out of your aura here, and from interfering with your destiny. Okay. Wow, the Ace of Cups. Yeah. Okay. So now you've got this, with this clearing that's happened here, you are now able to receive, a more, unencumbered, unfiltered, unadulterated sort of blessing and a light here. Okay. This is spiritual gifts, guys. This is someone getting spiritual gifts here. And there's a certain amount of newness here and freshness here also with this gift, okay? And also in your path and in your destiny. You may see a sense of renewal, almost like your gifts could be renewed or enhanced, or you're getting different, like a new set of gifts here. So maybe if you could read tarot before, now you may have prophetic dreams, or you may be more deeply empathic. And this is all because you've shown that it's almost like there've been a series of tests, a series of riddles, a series of like puzzles you've had to go through. It's very Indiana Jones. Okay, it's like this Indiana Jones thing where you've like gone through this whole treasure hunt, and now, yeah, and I really feel like people are falling off. Like people are like falling. I almost feel like people are like falling. Okay, Um, hmm. High Priestess behind you, the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. This is the kiss of the goddess right here, okay? So this could be a strong, this is what I'm saying about these spiritual gifts that are coming here. So you may have already have had intuitive abilities, but now it is being added onto, okay? Something is being enhanced. These cards too also seem to mirror each other in some ways. Like it almost seems like it's part of one scene, okay? Where she is, someone could be admiring. Remember, this is a mother and this is the son and her nephew here. Okay, so someone could be admiring you and admiring your growth. This could be your mother. This could be some ancestral energy here that is admiring you. Okay, and remember also, John the Baptist is his cousin. They're very similar in age, so they could be. Again, you remember how John always had something very positive and powerful to say about Yeshua here. Okay. So your family could really be coming around, okay, whether you know it or not. There could be those in your group who are really marveling at you. And the thing is that some of the work that we do is pioneering, okay? It's the fight, okay? It's the struggle, okay? And some of us have been on the front lines, and this boldness and the bravery that it takes is what is paving the way. And what I think is that you are achieving things that people in your family haven't been able to achieve, and that your family has struggled to achieve. Maybe your parents have struggled to achieve. But this is like your direct family, even extended family here. I've got the Two of Pentacles showing up. I keep seeing the Two of Pentacles in lots of readings, The Two of Pentacles is a little bit like the stage magician, the baby magician kind of vibe, okay? Someone who is juggling things, between one another, energies. This is a type of card where it says that you will take money to make money, okay? And move money from one place over to another place in order to kind of generate this kind of momentum, okay? It is trying to, the High Priestess and the Two of Pentacles here. This may be some kind of like mystery gift or or magnetic ability to call in material resources that you need. You could be doing some money manifestation. This could also be some kind of donations coming in, okay? But Two of Pentacles also talks about like your electronic money, like your electronic banking, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo type stuff. So to see this coming up, like this means that we're going to be seeing, I think we're going to be busy, okay? I think there are going to be people who are requesting our services, requesting us, wanting to see you, wanting to work with you, okay? Like, so if you do hair, they're going to want you to be the one who does their hair, okay, or their nails, okay? Or if you wait tables, they're going to want you to be their server, okay? People are going to want to be in your energy. And they may not understand it. So say hypothetically, go back to the server. It may not even be that, they like that restaurant as much as they like you, okay? It may not be that they like that salon as much as they like you, okay? Or whatever the service may be. It potentially is an intuitive service here, okay? But this is all service industry does take this kind of level of intuition, any sort of service field. Whether you're a police officer, firefighter, to, a tarot reader, to a psychic. Wow, the Knight of Cups. Okay. Wow. Yeah, offers, man. The people are looking for you. People want you. People want to know, how do you do that voodoo that you do? Yes, it's called voodoo. Okay. Okay. So so even with the Knight of Cups here, this is there's something like electric, this like electric eel or electric water, okay? There's a certain amount of electricity here, okay? The Fool represents Pluto. Uranus, okay? And Uranus is an electric and innovative and it's a starter, ignition. And you guys may have started something, okay? You may have popped something off here, okay? You may have popped off some new and this, and really what I think, guys, this is something that's going to be, that's like, it's not just you, it's like you're there are blessings pouring into other people because of you. Other people are awakening and activating because of you, because of the work that you're doing. Okay, people may want to, you know, have you part of their team, or and that could be people who want to hire you. Okay, you know, or collaborate somehow. Okay, now this could also be hiring you for temporary services. You know, such as like, you know, like the you know, like we just spoke about. Okay, Page of Pentacles, yeah, money, yeah, money here, gifts. Someone, there definitely is some gift giving, still some gift giving happening here. This may even be like belated holiday gifts. Sorry, I don't know why I have this. Okay, belated holiday gifts. Oh, I know why. I went to sushi all you can eat. Okay, so that's what's like. What's going on? Okay, so there could be some belated gifts here, and I mean the Page of Cups. Wow, I mean something here is very fresh and young. Okay, there's some, you know, and maybe people have silly ideas. This is a little bit like silly, foolish ideas here with the High Priestess and the Fool card. This is like some daydreams of love, daydreams of, you know, grandeur, you know. But this whole concept here is that some people, guys, we are fixed on the prosperity. We are fixed on building the kingdom, okay, and manifesting certain levels of success and prosperity, abundance in our life, and fertility and creativity. But now again, we still have the Page and the Ace here. Okay, so this is still, you know, that singular power. This is the potential. We also have Joseph and Yeshua. Okay, Joshua and Joseph. And Joseph was like, you know, was clearly like a type and shadow of the Messiah, right? Okay. So something here is, this is, guys, this is you guys. Some of you guys are this is what I'm talking about. This is the army of Christ, guys. This is the army of Christ. So this is, it's starting. It's starting. People are waking up. You guys are waking up, and you guys are waking other people up here. They're still, with the High Priestess and the Fool, are naturally children though, and so is the Page. So you guys are coming in very young. Okay, very fresh. There's this fresh renewal of energy and power here. The Magician. The Magician is also a kind of like a child energy. The High Priestess and the Magician are the children of the direct children of the Empress. If you guys ever watch my How to Tarot Insider Advanced Tarot Tips, okay, I show you that the High Priestess is and the Magician are siblings. The Empress is the mother. The Emperor is the father. Okay, Chariot is, you know, more of an uncle. Strength is the woman he marries into the family. There's a story. I mean, there's a clear story in the major arcana. I'm kind of like major arcana nerd. Okay. Okay, Two of Swords again. Okay, so this is definitely ruled by the priestess here. These twos here, the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. You have the Ace and the Magician, which is wow, miracles are happening. Whoa, this every time. This deck, I love this deck. This is like the deck. Okay, this is like the good reading deck. Okay, but you know, the Fool and the Magician here is someone who casually breaks obstacles. Okay, someone who casually creates miracles. Okay, who can just be like slightly interested and just say, oh yeah, we'll walk on water, no problem, and like it's just off, just like faith, just so faithful. Okay, and it's a foolish kind of faith. And this person, because they don't have fear, is how they're able to operate in such a powerful way. Fear is the killer. Okay, you have to put all of your fear into God. I mean, think of the power of this. People are saying, oh, so the religion of the oppressor. Well, call me the oppressor. Call me the oppressor. Okay, because when you put your fear in God, I mean, it's like people. There must be clearly such broken homes where people don't understand what it's like to have a father. People don't understand. People don't understand what it means to respect your dad. And they say, oh, it's tyranny. It's not tyranny. Okay. It's not tyranny. Okay. Um, it's called parenting. Okay. And there should be a healthy respect and fear for someone's parents. And now, if God is who God says it is, then this parent is going to be a good, benevolent parent, right? So you can trust that your parents, even if you have terrible parents, you still trust them. You still defer to them. You still like react to their presence, And this is the same thing here, okay? Like if your faith is in God and your fear is in God, then then who's going to be against you? Everyone wants to be afraid of God when they feel like they're doing something wrong. But when you want to say, oh, well, you want God on your side, you want him to be mighty. When you want God to just, fight your enemies for you, you want him to be strong. You know, you want him to be fierce. You want him to be victorious, or her, or it. Okay. So, that's the kind of challenge here that we're faced with, is that, you either want a powerful God or you don't. It's not going to be an army of little baby cherubs to protect you and defend you. Those little babies are not okay. They're gonna like doink, doink, doink. It's not gonna do anything. Okay, you guys have to say like, well, if you want a powerful God that's on your side, he can't be weak for you. And then when you can't flip the coin and say, well, now I just want you to destroy my enemies. You can't do that. Okay, it doesn't work that way. Okay. But by putting your fear in the Most High, this is where you have no fear of anyone else. Okay. If you understand that your dad is going to be able to uh, create any situation that you need, and say, oh, you need food, and bring food. You need money, bring money. You need a new house, here's a new house. Here's a new car. Okay. And that things don't have to make sense. People don't have to get it. People don't have to believe it. People don't have to like it. Okay. It doesn't have to fit in the laws of physics or the laws of magic and the laws of even rational thinking. It doesn't. Okay. So it's that blind, ridiculous faith that you are not alone, and that you are capable, and that you are powerful, and that you were recognized. Okay. And that your needs are recognized. This is how this person is able to have these breakthroughs. And having faith, and bold faith, doesn't mean not having a rational mind. We are not here to hate our flesh. We are not here to hate our brains and scientific thinking. Okay. God is not afraid of science. God is not afraid of evolution. God is not afraid of dinosaurs. Okay. Like it's the most ludicrous thing. Okay. God isn't okay. All right. These things are not opposing you. These things are here to inform you and to help you. And someone here has embraced that. I mean, the page of Pentacles is the intellectual genius, someone with that spark of genius, of academic genius. The Magician is someone who is capable and very skilled at using any kind of tool. They're successful in everything. Nothing can be hidden from the High Priestess here. Nothing can stop the Fool. He can walk through walls. He could just walk off a cliff and just be totally fine. This is about having power, having skill, and having knowledge. And this is like insight, deep insight here, deep spiritual insight. And this is why people are going to want to continue to partner with you and give you offers. You still want certain things blocked, and this is a thing where you do want to block and protect your gifts and things that are assets and valuable to you. And this is your person as well, your personhood. Okay, your prosperity, your progeny, your projects, your prospects. You want to protect those things, and you want to keep, you want to keep like infiltrators out of that, looters, robbers, beggars, people who don't contribute, but they're an empty well, and you just keep pouring and pouring into them, and it goes nowhere. It's a bottomless pit. Some people are a bottomless pit. And this is the thing that's like where, and that's that naivete of the Fool here. you know, is that we have constantly said, okay, sure, okay, yeah, okay, I'll help you, okay, yeah, no problem. But then where does our ashe go? Where does our power go? Where does our manifestation go? Where does it go? It goes into emptiness, into a void, where you give people things and then it's squandered, and then they have nothing. Soon after, they have nothing. This is why Christ is teaching these people to fish instead of just giving them fish and manifesting for them all the time. He taught them how to manifest for themselves. Anyone who tells you otherwise is a liar. They're keeping you disempowered. The karmic hellfire dogma is the same as control. You can't think everyone in the spiritual community is holier than thou either. Okay, like these people are, they're all of the, so many of these people are wrong, extremely wrong. The bigotry, I mean, this stuff has been affecting me just in the last few days. The intense bigotry, the sexism, the misandry. Misandry is called the hatred of men, the masculine. Okay, the racism, the prejudice. You know, I was watching this reader, you know, British guy, and he's like, oh, that hoodoo voodoo shit. It's like, that's like, you know, trust me, that hoodoo voodoo shit is much older than your fucking tarot cards. Okay. And you say, people say, well, I don't believe in all of it, but you have all the little all-seeing eyes, and you have all these you have all this, you're sage and all that, but you don't believe in magic. What are you talking about? It doesn't make logical sense. Like people don't know what they're talking about. We can't just make everything up, you know. That's not how it works. Okay, making things up is not the same as manifestation. Okay, the Five of Swords, this is exactly what you wanted. Some things are blocked and things are stopped, guys. This is where we started with this reading. Okay, things are Two of Swords blocked, crossroads. Okay, major decisions. Five of Swords cut off, end of story. Wasted. Okay, battlefield. If everything was supposed to be the kumbaya thing, you know, why are we waking up? It is not just to hook up with someone in a relationship. That is a first world problem where we think that, oh, I deserve this fairy tale Disney relationship. Why? Who says that? Who says you are entitled to that? That's not true. Okay, it's not true. We are blessed. You are lucky if you have that. But clearly people are stopped here, stopped in their tracks. The Eight of Swords and the Fool, they are stopped and cast out. Two of Swords, Five of Swords, they are blocked and they are cut off. Some people are cut off from their spiritual gifts. God is about to, I mean, I'm not, I mean, this is serious. A lot of these people they're going to be shut up. Like their mouths are going to be closed. A lot of these people who are practicing the occult, they're going to be rendered powerless. And it will fall back to how it was before. And, you know, because it has been where people have been powerless. Okay. Where they, when the Inquisition, all of this stuff is happening, a lot of that stuff dried up. Okay. And it's like, it's fascinating how many people don't know what's really in the scripture. And it's like, oh, well, I never heard of that saint. Well, it's because they're teaching you to, you're having a bake sale in your church. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like that's your focus. So you don't know the characters. People don't know the genealogies. People don't know that, but none of this is hiding. It's sitting right there. It's in the text hasn't changed. Okay, the stories haven't changed for thousands of years, even prior to being written. They remember them by looking at the constellations. This is called astrotheology, where you look at the constellations even before writing, and you could see, okay, Virgo, the Virgin, and you can remember the stories through all the deacons. Okay, and you go through and you tell the whole. You can go through and see the stars, and so, oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, now I see that star, and it brings you entire. It's a cosmic computer. You know, everyone's saying what they don't believe in. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. Well, what do we believe? Where is the faith? What do we believe? Okay, so this is showing that you guys are being given power, but you have to have that faith. You have to continue to believe. You can't say, oh, well, my end goal was to be psychic. That's not an end goal. That's a tool. A tool for what? A great work. Okay, a tool to serve. A tool to, you're on it, you have a mission, okay? And this is the thing, you still have to serve that mission even if you're stripped of your power. That's the thing. If you don't have your psychic powers, if you don't have your manifestation powers, are you still out there in the fight? Okay? Or are you retreating? This is the test, okay? The door was open, the window was open, and a lot of people got powers and abilities. And the thing is, we get to see who was able to use it with what they were given. This is the parable of the talents. A lot of people were given talent, money, so to speak, talent. And it's like some people hid their talent under the ground and didn't grow it. Some people squandered their talent by throwing it around and doing nothing, okay, going nowhere. Some people grew their talents and manifest more and more. And those people who were shown to be good with money, good with their talents, were given more, okay, in abundance. Those who had little, it was taken away. And you're going to see a lot of this taken away from people because it's just, we have to clear the field now. Okay, we put out this is like, doing a lot of different like petri dish experiments, and you see which ones take, and the ones that don't take, you get rid of. This is planting a lot of seeds in a lot of different pots, and you see which ones take, the ones that don't take, you get rid of. And we have to remember that the occult does not teach morality. The teachings of the occult and morality within the occult are not accurate. How do you measure the power of, how do you measure karma returning to you on ×3? How do you measure that? How do you know? How do you know if it's ×1, ×3, ×10, ×1,000? How do you know? How do you know about past life, all of this stuff? We believe it, okay? But you don't know. So we have to operate in a place here and now with things that we know. We don't know about heaven and hell. You don't know anything about it. We cannot operate with those, all of this, like, the conspiracy. We have to operate with the truth. And the truth is what we can see, what we can feel. And our faith is the evidence of the things that we can't see. Because we believe it, because someone believes it, that's evidence that something may potentially be true, may be real, okay? Faith, the fact that people believe. And the thing is that these false faiths, they will be shaken, okay? All of these little fake, weak, little goofy things that everybody's doing, it's like, that stuff is not going to last. It's not going to help you. It's not really going to help you. You have to be able to manifest without candles. You have to be able to, really speak to God or the gods and have a conversation and what are you saying to me? Okay, I got you. If you don't have these cards, then the information will be coming to you in your dreams. It's still going to come to you. This is why I read the cards, so I don't have dreams all the time, okay? And prophetic dreams. Because I need to get this out some other way, okay? And so it's not in the cards. It's not in the wands and the athame. It's not. People go to these grimoires and they say, wow, look at all this Hebrew. Look at all the angels and demons. Where are we getting these concepts from if it's not? How do you look at the Tower card and the Devil card and all of this in the Arcana and not see that it's clearly the same thing? It's clearly the scriptures. The Five of Wands, the fight, guys. You're given power to fight. You're given power to compete. It's not just to create prosperity for yourself. Like, we have to start doing rituals for the people. Okay? We have to do rituals for the kids, for the widows, for the aliens, the migrants. Okay? We have to do rituals for people to be fed. Okay, people to be healed. We should be doing anti-infection rituals. That's what we should be up to. Solving conflict, especially when we start to see conflict popping off, and then doing ritual work to help to prevent it and thwart it. And trust me, it's very good karma. Okay, if you do something that's like, okay, you do your candle work or whatever, and this is for, oh, this is for the children. Okay, trust me, that's really good karma. Okay, if you're blessing a lot of kids at once, you know, you have that power. You do. And if I will burn in hell, if I will burn in hell for it, I will. I will throw myself in front of the blade. Five of Cups. You have to leave certain family members behind. You have to leave certain ideas and family traditions behind. You cannot rely on your culture, you know, and my culture, my culture, my culture. Your culture is important, but your culture is not everything. Cultures change. People talk about appropriation and like, oh, the oppressor's religion. You're speaking English, the oppressor's language. How come, oh, well, this was the ancient Egyptian. You're not Egyptian. You know, like people say, oh, this is from, oh, this is, you know, a lot of people were not, some of us are not at all related to those ancestries, but we call on it because it's African, somewhere in the continent. Like no black people ever fought each other before, right? Like their worst enemy wasn't the guy next door, the other black guy. Like the Cushites and the Nubians and the Egyptians weren't warring. Okay, like the Ethiopians and the Eritreans, like the Hutu and the Tutsi, like all this stuff going on in South Africa. We are given these powers to make a difference. We saw Barack Obama stop because Barack Obama became the first black to do this or whatever. And then once he did it, it was done. But you never saw Desmond Tutu stop. You never saw Nelson Mandela stop. You never saw Marcus Garvey stop. We can't say, oh, because my culture, and now I've plateaued and I've done the best of my culture. You have to be bigger than your culture. You have to be bigger than your race. You have to be bigger than your bloodline. It's not just everything to serve your ancestors and all of this. Your ancestors are there to help you. You're not there just to like feed them all the time. They are there to bless you and perpetuate the line and perpetuate the great work of your family. We have to, like, if we can get past the bigotry is pervasive within all people. Okay, we have to end it. Death, it has to transform. Our minds have to change. We have to evolve. We have to evolve. We have to be something more than we were yesterday. And I see someone with there's a very strong memory here. You know, you guys, you know, you know, that with this, you know, this concept of memory, remembering things. You know, this is remembering the scriptures, remembering the stories, remembering how God has helped you. Not just you, but how your life is like these other lives here. You know, when have you been in that situation where you've had to wrestle with the angel? When have you been in that situation where you've been doing the same thing that you know that works, but now it's not working? Like them not being able to fish here. When have you seen someone do something amazing and miraculous and said, oh, it's from the devil? You've done that before, just like people do it to you. They called him a ghost. They said, Christ, oh, you work with the devil. They said, oh, you're a charlatan. You don't know what you're talking about. They said, oh, you're violating all these laws. He said, yep. He said, so, okay. He said, let me show you a better way. He's like, you working for the law instead of the laws working for you. Someone may appear like out of nowhere. There may be some surprises showing up here. Okay. Um, but this is also some kind of instant karma effect also going on. Okay. Like, like a clear, like reactionary, like a force field or something, like where something happens and it's like, boom, it knocks right back off immediately. This is if people are doing things against you, this is going to be falling on these people instantly. And this is because some of these blocks have to stop. Okay, some of the attack has to stop at some point. And this is where these people who are, using their gifts in a wrong way, it will start to consume them. This also goes for those who are preaching light, 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 everything angel, cherub, and everything is so sweet. Candy, gumdrops. No, it's not. That's a lie. That's a lie. Do not fall for that beautiful lie. Send, oh, don't reflect, send it all up to God. Someone send something to you, send it back to God. Okay, no, God sent them to you. God does not have to perfect his salvation. God doesn't here to learn something and to coddle us. He told them bye. He said go. He said get out. Go sweat and work and give birth and labor. Work the earth. It doesn't just work for you. Build it. You got to build it. Okay. Four wands. We got to build this home. We have to build this temple. And that starts in the mind. Okay. That starts inside of us, inside of each of us. That's not pointing the finger at everybody, everything that you are all doing wrong. This is no, what I am doing wrong. I am wrong. I am wrong. I am doing this wrong. I am screwing up. I made a mistake. I was confused. Remember, the baptism of water is for repentance. Why does Christ have to repent? What does he have to repent for? Why would he have this baptism? He's saying, even just in case, maybe, if there's a sliver, if there's even one iota, if one thing, maybe I'm not sure, maybe just in case, let me humble myself and ask for forgiveness. This is why the baptism of the Spirit came right upon him instantly, the baptism of fire. Because he was humble enough to say, I'm here to serve you. I'm here to work for you. He built the temple in his mind, in his heart first. He mastered his flesh. From mastering his flesh, he mastered the material world. And the trick was not just to do miracles. The miracle was the bait. The miracle was to get their attention. The miracle was because you're hungry and you can't listen to the truth, so let me feed you. You're sick. You can't listen to me, so here, let me heal you and remove the distraction. You're in grief because your little girl's sick here, okay? No, let me heal her and remove the distraction. It's not just to do magic. I am a powerful magician. I have always been. People cannot outpreach me in churches. People cannot outspell when can't cast spells on me. Okay, they can't outspell me. Okay, unless it's with paper. Okay, but it just is an extremely rare thing. And I will tell you, out of my experience, magic is not everything. Seeing the future is not everything. Reading prophetic dreams all the time is not that great. But if you can help someone, if you can lift someone up, if you can teach someone, if you can heal someone, if you can feed someone, That's what people remember. People will remember that. They will testify. They will stand up for you. Not because you saw the future, but because you helped them. If seeing the future helps you, then I'll do that. But if you can't read, I can help you with that too. If you can't read the Bible, I can help you with that. If you can't read tarot, I can help you with that. It's not just about the light cameras in action, okay? It's not, oh, we all just want to be influencers. We want real influence, real, like, powerful fans and friends, the Most High. You want that one in your corner. You want that one to give you a thumbs up. You want that one to say, good job, I like your stuff. You want that one to follow you, follow you, follow you. Angels to follow you. The forces of nature to follow you. Animals to follow you. Your children, your family to follow you. There's a day, it says, there will be a day when prophecy ceases. It says that the moon will be turned to be red, turn red like blood. The sun will be blacked out. Where will your lunar and solar powers be then? If he takes away the moon, what do you have? You have to have something that will last longer than the moon, something older than the sun itself. Truth. The Empress, the goddess, the darkness. The reason the devil isn't killed, because it's her son. She don't want all her kids killed right now. Why did they keep Abel around, right? Cain slew Abel, and he was marked. And who cried for us first? Who cried for us? The first death, the first murder. It was the earth. The earth cried for us. We need to cry for the earth. We need to return that favor. Gaia, the soil we are made from, the womb we came out of. I see children coming to their parents. Someone may have a new home here, okay, for their children and for themselves. Yeah. You guys, you're given these powers, you're given these abilities of the magician. As he says, you will do greater things, right? And so are you telling me he's a liar? You would rather believe Paul than Christ. You would rather believe Peter than Christ. You'd rather believe any of the disciples than him. You'd rather believe you'd rather believe in all of the Old Testament than this guy. It's what he says that I go off of. It's what he did. And he spent a lot of time telling people, you are wrong. No, wrong, wrong, wrong. But you are given this ability to block and to protect and to stand between the blade. You are given the ability to stop these things. Just as much as Christ said go, you can say stop. You are given powers to bind and to loosen, to free. If his work was to set the captives free and to heal the sick and to make the lame firm, then that should be our same mission. It shouldn't be anything else. This is like some gifts of healing are coming in as well. Some people will be given gifts of healing here, okay, to fight and combat different things. You guys have to recognize that, you know, we all have to understand that even the sickness that's out now was created in a laboratory. And it's the Most High that's putting out this O variant that's less potent, but that will give this mass immunity. We did that. We created that thing. This whole problem is totally manufactured. This is not conspiracy theory. This is when the things that they don't talk about in the media are the things you must ask about. Where did it come from? Has anyone solved that problem yet? Why aren't we still asking that question? But you're so distracted with, oh, I got to go get a shot in my arm. Okay. That's not the problem. That's the control. We have to be able to fight back against the illness. Spiritually, if you have to. Spirit within with common sense. Yeah. So the people you block, some of the people that we've been blocking, some of the situations we've been blocking, this has actually been dead weight. Okay. These are the sandbags for the hot air balloon. And the more we've cut these, the more now we've got the chariot here to blast off. Okay. Northeast, southwest, the archangels here. Okay. And that's the thing too, is that, you know, these powers do need us. You notice how, you know, the whole concept of possession is so pervasive throughout different faiths, because they want to be here. They want to have what we have. They want to live like we live. When you're eating apples and food and all of this, you know, these atoms, these particles, these molecules now get to live inside of you. You're not grown because of nothing. You're grown from the food that you've put in your mouth. You are made of the food that you eat. And these things now get to live and be alive in you. The earth, you know. But by blocking some of these things off with the Two of Swords and the Chariot, this is going to be like, this is taking off the fetter, the weights. Okay, this is taking off the chains. This is going to give you a massive thrust here, and by you doing the work, the spiritual work, this is going to allow the heavenly powers to be unleashed also, and be much more active in your life, because you have the faith, because you believe they can help you, because you tell them, hey, I need your help. A lot of these things are inactive until you activate them. If people want to call it magic, call it magic. I don't care what you call it. The semantics game. We can't, that's the game of semantics. Those false words. That's not the logos, the true word. I'm old enough to remember back when we were, you couldn't say black. I was bad when African American was like this new concept. Okay. Or when it was just like the queers and the F word. All right. It wasn't no LGBT, blah, 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 blah. It was none of that. Okay. It was none of that. Okay. It was none of that. Okay. There was no Asian American. It wasn't Native American. It was Indians. Okay. It was none of that PC stuff. The game of semantics, but you're still the same. It's still the same people with the same problems. But we just repackage the words. Wow, someone, and there, and this is, and the need for solitude is important here for rest and recharging and self-care. but also still, you know, you guys are going to be given great ideas here. Okay. This is not just spiritual. They're going to be technological ideas. Remember, the greatest scientists were faithful people. Isaac Newton, Isaac Newton, Isaac Newton. Look up Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton was an alchemist before he was anything else. Okay. Isaac Newton was extremely versed in the scriptures and was looking for the apocalypse. You know, that's what he was doing. Okay. He was just famous for his scientific theories. Einstein, Jewish Kabbalist. Galileo, Brahe, all these guys. All these people were believers. All of them. All of the greats. We can't sit and say thousands and thousands of years of metaphysical knowledge was a lie. And that for thousands of years, everyone was wrong. Everyone was wrong until 200 years ago, until we invented what? You know, cars and TV. Then that's when, oh yeah, now everything's, no, it doesn't work that way. The scientific dogma. There's a scientific method, yes. Okay. It's just a method. It's not everything else outside of science is a lie. That's a lie. That's a false teaching. Four of Cups. This is still people sitting around. But this is still, this is still the people who are getting cut off. Yeah. Yeah. These are going to, the Five of Swords to the Four of Cups. These are the people who are getting cut off from their abilities, their powers. And they're going to be just sitting there. And they're going to be at the mercy of the spiritual energies here. Okay. People say, oh, I don't believe in magic. Okay. They lie. When people say, oh, you don't have to believe in it, it's that, trust me, that is not going to protect people. Okay. That does not protect you. Okay. It makes you an easy target. But these people are going to be sitting here and they're going to be codependent. They're going to be codependent on your manifestation, on your prayers, on your working. Because these guys are going to be cut off. Okay, they're going to be totally cut off. This is totally like the Garden of Gethsemane when everyone fell asleep. Look at this army back here. It's like these people saying, "Oh, I don't believe in violence." What do you mean? You don't know how to use English either, because because it's not just because you can't just say that and it doesn't exist. So, these guys are going to be absolutely relying on us. These people are going to need us. And a lot of these people are going to be, really, and even using the term in the dark night, people still use that wrong. The dark night of the soul from St. John of the Cross is when you are so close to God, you are almost utterly annihilated. That's the dark night of the soul. When you are pursuing God and you are in meditation, you are in prayer and fasting, and you reach a level where it's nothingness. This is what Christ says when he says, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. My God, where are you? Why have you forsaken me? That's the dark night of the soul. And the answer to that question is because he was now the Most High. I can't see you outside of, because I'm you now. You've done it. You did it. You achieved it. You did it. Okay. You achieved the great work. These people will be looking and looking, okay? And they will say, how come I can't see anymore? How come I can't read cards anymore? How come I can't cast spells anymore? How come I can't manifest? And these people, and because they have to, because a lot of this is to protect them. So they're not in the fight. They're not in the whole showdown. We will, you guys, we're going to have to move people. We're going to have to evacuate people over water. We will be in the situation of Moses, where you're walking up and you're running for your life with a crew of people, and you have nowhere to go but across the water. You know, a lot. You know, this is just us in the West. You know, guys. You know, these other places. This is why they see such powerful magic, because the desperation. This is why they see, you know, huge, like faith healings and people like, you know, arms straightening out and like getting up out and like, you know, and walking around. And it's not a joke. It's not, I mean, sure, there's charlatans out there, but charlatans don't invent it. They just pretend. There are greater truths, okay? But they do this because they don't have hospitals to rely on. They don't have that paradigm. They have nothing but their faith. And there may be a time when the hospitals are gone, or you're in a location where there is no, you know, there is no water. You have to be like Hagar and call on God, and water bursts forth from the stone. You have to have that relationship. You have to have that kind of faith. And this is not like apocalypse trying to be like apocalyptic, but it's just like you know, all of this stuff could go out instant like a light. This stuff can go out like a light. Not, I mean, not just your powers and all of this, but I'm talking about electricity, technology, all of that. And does anyone know how to build a fire? Does anyone know how to build a shelter? We don't even know what the weather's going to be like. We don't even know what's going to happen at this point. We don't know where it's going to snow, where it's going to rain, where earthquake's going to be. If it's going to be a tsunami, we have no clue what's going on at this point, because nothing is predictable. This is exactly why the awakening, the quickening is happening here. The rapture in your mind sweats up. This is exactly why this is happening. This is exactly why people are being activated. If you're sitting here worried about heaven and hell, that's not helping people. It's the people who are focused on how do I help? How do I help? That's what we've got to be focused on. Okay. The people worrying about heaven and hell aren't going to do anything. They're not going to do anything. They're just going to keep blaming and pointing fingers and thinking like, oh, it's going to be any day now. Since, you know, for the last, you know, 2,000 years, they've been saying any day now, any day now, any day now. But he didn't say, no, Christ didn't say that. He didn't say like, go wait for the rapture, wait for the end times. He said, go help some people. Go tell them the truth. That's what he said too. If you have the faith of a grain of mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove. This is like the tiniest little piece of faith here, okay? To do such a major feat. No one's even thinking about that kind of thing. So if I'm not thinking of moving mountains, and I don't even think, then why do I need that much faith? Why do I need a mustard seed of faith? You guys, we have to be thinking like that. We have to think like, no, I'm going to stop this. No, this is not going to happen. No, I will not let this stand. No, this is unjust, and this is going to change now. It's not marching down the street with a freaking cardboard box. That's not the answer. That's a tactic. That's not the answer. You have to march down the street with power. We're pushing cars out the way, okay? With God, all things are possible. We have to expand our mind and understand that all things are possible. We don't have to sit here victim to the climate. We don't. We can all manifest if we chose to stop fossil fuels. We could. We have to believe that we can. We have to believe that we can stop illnesses and diseases and pandemics. We have to believe it. Who else if not us? No one else is doing it. No one else is solving this problem. They're selling you products instead. And his righteousness, his goodness. This is about building heaven on earth. He says the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Remember when he says the place of weeping, if you guys were on the platinum flame, the weeping and gnashing of teeth. He's telling us heaven and hell are here right now. He's not saying wait for the afterlife. He's saying it's your vibration and your manifestation that is creating heaven or hell here now. So we have to seek his kingdom. We have to seek his kingdom. We have to seek his kingdom. We have to seek the heavenly kingdom here on earth. We have to understand that as above, so below, as above. That there is that this is a reflection. This is a reflection of the heavenly realms. This is the same thing they teach you in astrology. This is the same concepts of tarot, all of this stuff about reflection and mirroring. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. You will continue to grow and prosper in your abilities. Okay? Just look at this again. Nothing, didn't we just pull this? Nothing shall be impossible. Wow. Look at you said, look. He's saying possibilities, guys. Nothing shall be impossible unto you. With God, all things are possible. Remember that. I'm possible. I'm possible. You are possible. You are possible. God is possible. It's possible. Maybe there is a God. Maybe there is a plan. Maybe it's not utterly random that there's life on Earth and nowhere else, biological life. Maybe that's not a coincidence or some fluke. Maybe it's interesting how many times have we had mass extinctions, but life persists. But we have similar conditions on Mars, but there's no life and no sign of life, that there ever was life. There are creatures on Earth that live under harsher conditions than on Mars. So, okay. All right, guys. All right. All right, big hearts, you guys. So much love for you. Okay. May your heart burn in passion. May you feel the love. May you be the love. May you be the change. May you be the healing balm. May you be Christ amongst the people. May you be Emmanuel. Okay, Ashe. I'll see you guys later.